Episode number 2, the Metal Block. Welcome. This is great. Hey, here we are. Excited. We had 1 week since the last episode and couldn't be happier. Got a few things that we've been working on. And like last week, Brutal Brando, he's here with us always. And now Gary Gregg. So you guys say hi.
Hey.
How's it going?
Getting things started. We did get a new email account. It is metalblocktalks@gmail.com. Also got an X account, old school Twitter, and it is @themetalblock. So if you got anything to say, reach out to us. Also check us out, see what we post, see what we share. Might be some new news. So yeah, here we go. You guys doing all right?
Doing all right, man.
How was the week? Yeah?
Yeah, doing great.
Greg, we're so glad to have you with us. It's going to be great to hear everything you say, man. It's going to be awesome.
Nice. I'm going to be honest about it, I'm not going to lie about it.
No, I think, we're just talking to people about some heavy metal, man. And that's what's going to be the most fun. This is what I like to do all day long. I've been thinking about it all week. And the first one we're going to talk about is Cannibal Corpse. They're the godfathers of death metal. And they just had an album released, what was it, at the end of September, Chaos Horrific. And we've kind of all got a chance to check it out. And I don't know, what did you guys think?
Sounded like Cannibal Corpse, man.
I thought definitely Cannibal Corpse. I mean, there is no denying that. If there's anything about these guys, right, you can tell that they've been together for a while. Even though they've had a few lineup changes, some of the people that are playing for them right now were still like part of production, part of working on records. So it's like they were all still there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I can't remember what the guitarist's name was that he had like a shitload of guns and like lost his mind. I can't remember exactly. Remind me, but Eric.
Pat O'Brien.
Yeah, Pat O'Brien. That was one hell of a story, but yeah, Eric Rutan has done some badass work. I know everybody's super stoked to have him in Cannibal Corpse now.
And so wasn't he like one of their producers before, or their producer before?
Man, I don't know. I think so.
Honest, he's just
maybe somebody else can educate us on that. Well, cool. So I checked out a few things on the album. I actually jotted a couple of things down, man. And first off, I thought artwork, right? It's on point. It's Cannibal Corpse. There's no denying it. Zombies killing people, people killing zombies.
Yeah.
Right. Who doesn't like zombies?
What they do. Theme there.
Yeah. And quite frankly, I listened to it more than once because I just wanted to get a good idea. And actually, it's been a long time since I listened to a Cannibal Corpse album that many times. And I thought the guitar work was pretty good. I mean, they were on point with all their timing changes. It kind of goes back to what I said. They know their stuff. You know?
They have a formula that they've worked with for, what has it been, like 40 years? It's like
30,
You can still hear the power of the neck shining through.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, corpse grinder, right?
I think Alex Webster's bass pickups are picking that up.
Probably so, man. So did you guys go ahead?
It's a sick record. It's got really good reception in the community. I've seen a ton of people, freaking out about it, loving it. It's not. I don't listen to it every day. I definitely respect them for being the absolute OGs, of course. Pretty much damn near helped invent death. Yeah, it's got really good reception. I know people are hella stoked on it. I can't remember right now if they're out on the road or not. I think they are.
Okay, so I did have a favorite song, Summon for Sacrifice. It's the third track on the album.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah, I did. That one, and I enjoyed Frenzied Feeding, the one right before it, track 2.
Oh, 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 for me, Summon for Sacrifice was the only one, or was the first one on the track that actually stood out to me as sounding, kind of different from the first 2. I felt like track 1 and 2 were like one track for me, but track 3 was the first time I was like, oh, there's a break. It's something new and different. And that song had a solo in it. that song had dive bombs in it. And I was like, this is cool,
Yeah. Yeah, no, that one had some catchy riffs in it that kind of caught my attention too.
Yeah, the groove was on for me on that one. But
yeah.
All right, I'm like you, Greg. I thought it was good. Those were all good things. So okay, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Tell us what you think yourself. We would like to know. Everybody else is loving it. We're sure you'll love it, but let us know. The next album was one I kind of just threw out to you guys. You guys, talking about some other stuff, and I was like, well, hey, what about these guys? And it's actually Party Cannon. I had never heard of them before, to be honest. I have some articles that come across my Google feed, and so I'm usually checking out all these Google things during the day, if I've got a little extra time. And that was just one that jumped out. It was talking about their logo and how it was actually different from other heavy metal band or death metal band logos. And so it definitely was, it looks like something at a kid's party.
Yeah, that was one of the first things that caught me. Actually, it's been a few years now. Actually, I saw some flyers for some California Death Fest, and I was like, wow, one of these logos is different than the others.
and it was Party
That was the first thing that made me want to check them out. I was like, well, this is interesting. What does this sound like?
That's awesome. Yeah. So the album, though, is the Partied in Half. That was the album that we were talking about, and these dudes are from Scotland. I don't know if you realize that.
No,
I did know that. I did. I saw that on their Spotify stuff, and man, talk about samples. This band has like some of the best use of samples I've heard in a long time. And I mean, I know it's an album.
Yes, thank you.
But still, their sampling use is absolutely top tier.
I was gonna say that I haven't cared much about samples being in music for a long, long time. There hasn't been a sample that I've heard that I've, been like, oh, that was perfect for that. And I'm not trying to say that Party Cannon, picks the best samples necessarily, but just the fact that maybe because they're Party Cannon, that the fun samples they chose, it's just going to fit, because they're so out there, they're so off the wall anyway. But I enjoyed listening to these samples. They started out with Super Bad. They went on to, I think they had like Napoleon Dynamite on there, and they even had Dead Alive. I mean, it's classic. So I thought that was pretty cool too.
Yeah. I've seen some stuff, like some photos on their like Facebook and stuff, where they should kind of show like behind the scenes how they made some of their album covers. It's pretty cool. It looks like it's just a group of dudes having fun, making crafts and making each other look like they've got confetti coming out of their upper torso,
Yeah, the confetti is there. That's for sure, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I went ahead and ventured a little more recent and listened to that newest album they put out last year.
What'd you think of it? What's it called?
Volumes of Vomit.
I saw that one. I saw Volumes of Vomit. I did.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I've listened to it a couple times. It really held my attention, and just again with the use of the samples, just like it just fits perfectly.
Right.
So
they were doing.
Yeah, I love it. I would like to catch them live.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Did you see any videos of them live?
No, I haven't watched. I didn't find. I didn't search for any.
So I watched their Bloodstock 2022 performance, and they had beach balls and confetti going like crazy throughout the crowd while they're playing, and that was kind of neat. You don't really see that a whole lot. I mean, the only thing they didn't have was like the wave, I guess.
Maybe they can incorporate that next time.
Yeah, but here's one thing interesting though, and this isn't down on them, but I did notice, and maybe it's because they're from Scotland, but the vocalist doesn't like interact with the crowd. I was like, hey, here's one for the bassist, because the bassist was the guy who stood up and talked to the crowd in between all the songs.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. Maybe a Scottish thing.
I have no idea. It was just something I noticed. I was like, the vocalist doesn't talk. But I wasn't sure why. I'm sure they've got a good reason. But the bassist did a good job. One bassist to another, he did a good job.
Right on. I'll have to check out some videos.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that's kind of talking about the second album. Unless you guys have any other comments, basically we all say we listen to Party Cannon again, right?
Oh yeah, Absolutely. I saved them to my library.
Well,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know, if you haven't checked out Party Cannon, go check them out. They've got a couple of albums. They've got Partied in Half. They've got Brandon, the Vomit one again.
Yeah, Volumes of Vomit,
Volumes
Perverse
of Vomit.
Party Platter, Bong Hit Hospitalization.
All right. There you go. Plenty to listen to keep you busy for the next week. I know, Greg, you had mentioned a few things whenever we were talking this week. You had mentioned some videos that you'd been checking out. Did you want to talk any about that?
Yeah, sure. The new Rivers just dropped a new video called, and it's great. It's just like them pretty much playing a local bar and writing where they're from, and those kids are great guys, good friends of mine, and I pretty much love anything they put out. I'll be honest, I don't. To me, they don't have a bad song, but yeah, check that out. It's on Metal Blade Records. That's a damn good video recently out. Also been digging some of the new material put out. They've got an album coming out, I think,
November 3rd.
first album. I think is it the first album on vocals without Frank? I can't remember if it's the first one, but I know he's on it. And so far, the first single, it fucks hard. It's
So yeah, I heard a little bit of that Suffocation earlier. It was like a targeted ad on my social media feed. I was like, sweet. It sounds like
dude, they're coming to.
sounds like it's gonna be good, man. I was pretty excited to hear it.
Dude, get this shit. They're coming
Yeah, I saw it come up, but
89th Street.
Ooh. Good old
Yeah,
89th
89th
Street in OKC. What's the date on that?
I can't wait, dude. Let me look real quick.
Yeah, hey,
I'll
look
have
up that. Yeah. Look up that date. I was gonna say I watched that Hellbirds video and I thought it was really good. I was like, it's even kind of funny, which I thought that was cool. And then I'm not a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but shout out to them for making sure they got some Philly gear in their video. I was like, snuck a little Eagles in.
Absolutely. They did lose their lead singer Jake a little while back, but
I was gonna say,
Brody.
how long has the bassist been the vocalist?
He's been it's been like 6 months. He just stepped up. He wrote all the lyrics well, and he's written concept albums through all the different seasons. But he does all anyways and backup vocals. So his name's Adam. Him stepping into the limelight on that band has been really a perfect scenario. His vocals kick ass. I mean, obviously that new song is with his new vocals. Jake was a beast on vocals and all that. But whatever. The past is in the past. The time is now. So he's been killing it. And they got a new guitarist who's from the. His name's Andy, and he's been killing it as well with the backup vocals and guitar. I don't have enough good. Rivers of Nihil, check them out.
I enjoyed it as well. I enjoyed it very, very much. Most definitely. Check that video out. And also the Suffocation one with that information. Did you hear that date?
I did. It's November 29th.
Tour starts in November. So
okay.
US
tour. So
November 29th.
November 29th. Okay, see. And then we've also got on November 16th. Is that when Cattle Decapitation's coming through? Okay, see, because they just
14th at the Diamond Ballroom.
14th at the Diamond Ballroom. That's right. Yeah, and actually, First Fragment is going to be at the 16th. November 16th at 89th Street as well. So that's 3 big shows coming up at OKC in November.
It's huge. And also, before I forget, a shitload of waves right now in the metal community. They just got signed a unique leader. They're out of Oklahoma City. They just got added to the Suffocation show. So it's going to be a fucking party. It's going to be sellout so fast.
Wow. That's cool, man. I'm really excited to hear about the Suffocation coming through. I didn't even realize. I was excited to talk about Cattle Decapitation.
Yeah, same.
So, Brandon, you're going to go check all these bands out. They're coming to Houston, right? I mean, First Fragment is for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to the From Rags to Riffage tour, the Inferi and First Fragment. I'd like to hit up the Suffocation Incantation tour also for sure. And I actually think the Cattle Decapitation one is not coming to Houston.
Ah,
This
Damn,
time they
really?
usually do, but I think this time they're skipping it. Yeah, I think they're doing. I'll have to pull it back up. But I think they're missing it this time. They're not coming through Houston.
I did
I was saying
post that.
immolation earlier on that suffocation tour. My bad about that.
I got you. I think who's Immolation playing with? Are they playing with the cattle decap, or am I just messing this all up now?
I think that's what it is. Too many eyes. Too many eyes.
Yeah. No, that I think that's right. But I did post the cattle decapitation tour dates because or I posted those out on the X account. So those are out there. We'll also look for the suffocation dates and we'll get those posted out there.
You're right. Immolation is with cattle decapitation.
Okay. I was thinking so, but like you said, the eyes kind of got me like confused for a second. But hey,
Yeah.
here we are. I think that's clear. And I don't know, guys. What do you think? Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up?
No,
Man,
I mean,
nothing on my mind.
Job for Cowboy just dropped a new single, Not Prep, out 3 weeks ago or so, and that thing's been badass. It's kind of the music video is all about like trippy vibe, but hopefully they'll be releasing new about that. They're just trying to take new stuff that I'm excited for. No, whatever you guys.
No, that's great. Yeah, no, that was perfect. Nice little ad there. Just gives people one more thing to check out. And well, I guess that's it. I appreciate you guys taking the time. I know it's later in the day, got the kids to bed and everything, but it sounded great, and I think this is perfect. Really a great second episode. Got to talk about some awesome stuff. So for everybody out there, thanks for listening. Check out the bands that we talked about. Let us know what you think. Send us an email, metalblocktalks@gmail.com, if you want to give us an idea of some other topics to mention. Shoot us some cool things to share on X @TheMetalBlock, and we'll do our best to keep up.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.